let's do that. Okay. Hello. Welcome everybody. Wait, Gesu Kuskoye Gavineskis, Tanishi, Bonjour, Hola, potentially, and good afternoon. In ASL, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for this short and sweet bonus workshop for our outdoor learning spring series. I know, bonus. We know you love okay, there's a British reference here, but a Brucey bonus is from a game show that used to be hosted by a fantastic man called Bruce. Hola, somebody is here in Espanol. Welcome, bienvenido. Okay, right, let's dive right in because we're on a short day today. So I'm going to go right into it. And okay, I have too many things open, and so might just take me a second. Okay, can everyone see my slideshow? Is it correct? Fantastic. So welcome. This is Songs for Nature's Playground with author Emily Ifsits. And we are very excited to bring this little bonus extra to you in the Outdoor Learning Spring Virtual Workshop Series. If you haven't met me before, I'm Jade. I'm the Director of Learning at the Outdoor Learning School and Store. And I'm very, very excited. It's Indigenous Peoples Month, National Indigenous Peoples History Month in Canada at this moment for the whole of June. It's also Pride Month, woo. But in this moment, I'm prepping on Wednesday for the traditional First Nations of my territory, the Snakht, the people of the bull trout, who are coming here in their language in Tselchin to Shkikitim, which means where the ridge lines meet the water. And they are meeting literally moments away from where this picture is took. Otis, my little puppy's looking, he's ready to receive them. He's peeking, but they're coming on Wednesday in order to float and canoe from this very northern part of their territory down to the southern part. And there's a team going from the southern part to meet in the centre at a place that's now known as Kettle Falls. And it's this very special moment of celebrating the old waterways and traditional hunting and movement grounds to honour the salmon. And there's amazing workshops going on, and students are going to be involved, and beautiful opportunities to honour Sinhuit Kwo. And Sinhuit Kwo is this river here, the Swift River, colonially known as the Columbia River. And it is a deeply special place for my heart. And I am so excited on Wednesday to get to spend time with my First Nations. And so my ask for you in this moment of acknowledgement is, if you don't have plans for June 21st, National Indigenous Peoples Day, or this whole month, if there's things going on, please go out and find an Indigenous-led event and participate, because it's such a powerful space to be in. And Ava is here. She's I think she's very busy behind the scenes, but Ava is joining me today to be amazing tech support and wonderful human, and is the person who makes these things look beautiful and brings so much to the team. But also our co-hosts are Take Me Outside. Now, you're used to seeing Steph for the last couple of years, and as you know, she's moving on to pursue other things. But we have the fantastic new friend and new program manager who's going to say a quick hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be joining the Take Me Outside team as the new program manager. And I'm thankful to be joining here today from Dish with One Spoon land. It's also between the Lakes Treaty 3 land, land which has been stewarded by the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabeg, and is now known as Guelph, Ontario, Canada. So I'll also be joining the fall virtual workshop series. So I will hopefully be seeing you all there, and looking forward to that and singing together today. Thanks.
Yay. Oh, so lovely to meet you and connect with you, Julie, and to have you come into this space, which is, quite possibly one of the favorite bits of the work that I do, is hanging out here with all of you passionate people. Look, if you are looking for Indigenous learning resources for this month and beyond, we did put together a fantastic list of Indigenous learning resources that were recommended by our Indigenous advisors and partners. There'll be a link. We're hosting a summer course with the incredible Leah Marie Dorion, who hosted a workshop with us last week. Feel free to watch the recording of that to get a taste of her radiant energy. And this is a Métis learning book bundle if you're looking to engage with that. Dr. Robbie Walker is just launching a new book, The Serviceberry Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World, which we're very excited to share. And she'll obviously be sharing with us for our 4 seasons of Indigenous Learning course, of which season 3 will begin in October of this year, alongside all of these other fantastic speakers who are people that we've worked with. Shelley Boyd, my elder, who I'm going to see on Wednesday, who's leading the canoe journey, and some really fantastic people. Lorraine Riley, who's my Insulting language teacher. Anywho, so many wonderful humans sharing their personal reflections on what truth and reconciliation means. And we acknowledge that this is a lifelong and year-round learning opportunity. Look, because we've only got a really short time because we're trying to get out in 30 minutes just to give you all the wham bam beautiful information, but get you out there eating dinner or whatever it is that you need to do. Please share in the chat, where are you joining from? I've seen some people sharing from across Canada and beyond, from New York, so please, New Hampshire, I think, so please just have a quick hello in the chat. New Jersey, and Brianna's joining us for the course. How fantastic. But hey, you know we don't leave you hanging here. You know that we wouldn't possibly finish a workshop series since we've been doing this since 2020. And did you know, like 100,000 registrants over the last few years have joined for these workshop series? It is mind-blowing how many of you want to be a part of this community and how much learning there is. We could just learn and still have more. So we are focusing in full in the lead up to the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation on September 30th, with 2 phenomenal workshops, one with Monique Grace Fifth and Richard Van Camp, sharing about their incredible truth and reconciliation resources for teenagers. And then we've got an incredible panel of Indigenous and non-Indigenous educators and authors talking about reconciliation resources for children, so how you can embed that into your teaching practice. 1st of October, the one and only John Jack Muir-Laws is here to teach us how to nature journal, and you don't want to miss that, the way he interacts, and you will participate, you will journal in the moment. On the 22nd of October, we've got 2 phenomenal researchers in climate change ed share with us on how you can embed climate change education into your classroom. And we finish with a phenomenal Future Makers course, which is about resources to inspire students and taking action on sustainability. It's going to be pretty fantastic and powerful. So we hope you'll join us. Hint, hint, they're live now on the website, so you can sign up. Go straight away to outdoorlearningstore.com, professional learning workshops, and you are welcome in. Okay, you know we have so many phenomenal partners, resources, tools, equipment, funding, all that jazz. If you need support, reach out. Somebody from our partnership group can help you. Last thing before we dive into the fantasticness that is Nature's Songs, we do have our 30-hour outdoor learning certification program that we would love you to participate in. If you enjoy these workshops but want to be more hands-on and interactive and learn online at your own pace, we invite you there. But it is songs for nature's playgrounds. So these are forest school songs for 3 to 7-year-olds. Saying that was just saying, took this to an elementary teacher who's been adapting it for up to grade 7 and even beyond. And I've got them in my head now, Emily. I can't stop. So they are adaptable for anyone. But joining us to share about this is Emily Ifsits, the author, who's an English early years teacher and forest school leader who worked in England for 9 years and now lives and works with her family in Austria. Today, she teaches in a Montessori kindergarten part-time and divides the rest of her time between being a busy mum of 2 and working on her Nature's Playground series. There's multiple books in the series. Emily wrote Songs for Nature's Playgrounds as a project during lockdown. Way to be productive. I definitely had a sourdough starter for a short period of time and got a dog. I think there's like a list of things that you did to win the lockdown, but congratulations. Whilst also playing in the woods every day with your small children, which is a delight. And this resource really encourages people to go out and embrace that. So welcome, Emily.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you for having me.
And it's also, quite the middle of the night there, isn't it?
No, it really is.
Stayed up for us. Well, I'm going to highlight you and let you do your merry dance.
Thank you so much. So, Songs for Nature's Playground. I did indeed write it during lockdown. I had lots of time on my hands and I was feeling particularly inspired because I had the luxury of being able to spend so much time in nature with my children. If I just rewind slightly, I spent 9 years previously as a reception teacher in Bristol in England, where it was my job to lead forest schools and music for the early years. So I had lots and lots of experience seeing exactly how beneficial the outdoors is for young children and how wonderful it is to come together and to sing together. I started sharing my songs at first on Facebook groups and I got really positive feedback. And I was surprised to see that so many forest school teachers were asking, please, please, please share songs. We don't have any songs for our sessions. And everyone was asking for them and creating their own little folders of songs. And nobody was saying, hey, let me help you out. So I thought, right, that's exactly what I shall do. And I put this resource together. I tested it out in lots of schools and forest schools in England. I worked closely with Gareth Davies, the CEO of the Forest School Association in England, who gave me some great tips and some great advice. And yes, that's how this resource began. So what I will do today is I will just walk you through the book and let you make up your own minds. So it begins with a bit of chat about the forest school ethos and the forest school principles. This is aimed at forest school teachers, however, they're really valuable and worthwhile for anybody to read. For example, forest school takes place in a woodland or natural environment to support the development of a lifelong relationship between the learner and the natural world. Well, I've got one chapter within the book called Quiet Times. And in this chapter, I encourage children through these songs to really just relax, be quiet, experience the woodland with all of their senses, reflect on places within nature that are particularly special to them. There's also a song called Pick Up All Your Rubbish, and it's just a jolly catchy song, but it just encourages children from the age of 3 years old to take responsibility for looking after our planet. So if we move on, this is the review that I received from Gareth Davies, the CEO of the Forest School Association. I like that he makes the point at the end of it that you can bring the music into the woods and the woods into the classroom or nursery setting. Because while this book was originally aimed at forest schools, it's equally as enjoyable for anybody, even if you're inside and you just want to inspire children to want to get outside. It's valuable for anybody with a love of the outdoors. So these are my 22 songs. They're divided into 4 chapters. Got Mud and Leaves, Trees, Logs and Sticks, Woodland Creatures, and as I mentioned before, Quiet Times. So the first 3 chapters, they really are just a lot of fun. They're just a joyful celebration of classic woodland or outdoor play. We sing about jumping in muddy puddles, playing with autumn leaves, making a leaf soup, making mud pies, building dens, climbing trees, creating woodland instruments from natural resources, pretending to be animals, hunting for bugs, all of the things that children naturally love to do. It's just a celebration of all of that. If we move on to the next slide, we can have a look at 2 of my songs. This is Muddy Puddles, sung to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. If you don't happen to know any of the tunes, then you just have to scan the QR code at the end. And the brilliant Aga Sarugo Lugo, a musician from London, he sings it for you, so you can get the tune in your head before you start singing. And these songs suggest fun things you might like to do. So the Muddy Puddles song suggests you might like to leap in the muddy puddles, or chuck stones in the middle, or sail light boats across them, or dip a paintbrush right to the bottom and paint with muddy puddles, or take off your welly boots and jump in the middle. However, your children might have other ideas, and as with all of the songs, they're very simple, they're repetitive, they're easy to pick up, and they're very, very easy to adapt as well. And I would encourage anyone who buys this book to have a go at adapting them, because children love it. If they suggest an idea and the whole group sings it back to them, they feel so, so very special, and it's very, very worthwhile. Autumn Leaves, sung to the tune of Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush. Similar concept, lots of fun, suggesting lots of fun things you can do with autumn leaves. These songs are from my Woodland Creatures section. And as I was just chatting with Jade earlier, you may well have some more exciting creatures where you live. Jade indeed has had a bear in her back garden. So I have sung about the woodland creatures we find in England, but you can always change it up and make them about the wild and exciting creatures that you happen to have around you too. If you're a rabbit and you know it, sung to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. See the woodland creatures sleeping, sung to the tune of Sleeping Bunnies. Lots of fun, lots of simple actions to go along with them. This is an example of a song from my Quiet Times chapter, Waking Up Our Senses. I like this one because it lends itself to asking the children to just calm down and be quiet, maybe lie on the woodland floor, look up above them, see what they can see through the branches, smell the woodland or the countryside, wherever you are. Feel the earth beneath their fingers, waking up to wake up all of their senses. And of course, then it lends itself perfectly to being adapted slightly to exactly what your children can smell and see and feel as well. Yes, so that was an example of some of the songs that you can find within my book. And at the very end, there is a bit of information about creating music in the woodland. It's a reminder of how very simple it is. If you've got stones and you've got sticks, then you've got a xylophone and you've got a drum kit and you've got claves, and you've got everything that you need to have so much fun, to allow the children to be really creative. I talk a little bit about exploring rhythm, about the possibility, if you have a permanent outside area, of setting up a musical area that stays there, that the children can add to themselves and return to continue extending their performances that they might be making. I love it when children come up with something themselves and I go in and join in with them and say, hey, can I join this song? This is wonderful. Let me play too. And they feel so validated in their creativity. Yes, so that's pretty much it for my introduction to this resource. Thank you ever so much for listening. I have prepared a little video so that you can hear Aga Sarugo Lugo, who's available to you via all of the QR codes in the book. And you can now listen to a few of his songs. Well, my songs sung by him.
That's so beautiful, Emily. Thank you so much. And love that you packed all that information in such a short time. The book really is beautiful, and it's pretty, and it's also quite thin and one of those sort of softer books. It goes well in a pocket or in a front of the backpack. Yeah, has been very successful with me from different age kids. But here, let me just get us going, make sure I'm sharing sound, and we're going to play this beautiful video with audio over. I'm going to mute, but I'm going to do some hand actions because I can't compete with this beautiful singer.
Lay down on the woodland ground. Feel the earth, don't make a sound. Close your eyes, feel the breeze. Hear the wind blow through the trees. Lay down on the woodland ground. Feel the earth, don't make a sound. Pick up all your rubbish and then take it home again. Pick up all your rubbish and then take it home again. Pick up all your rubbish and then take it home again. Pick it, bag it, pack it, and take everything away. We'll take care of the woodland. We'll take care of the woodland. We'll take care of the woodland. Pick it, bag it, pack it, and take everything away. 5 pairs of wellies jumping on the ground. One went sliding and fell down. The children called the teacher and the teacher smiled. Whoops, a daisy, sit with me for a while. 4 pairs of wellies jumping on the ground. One went sliding and fell down. The children called the teacher and the teacher smiled. Whoops, a daisy, sit with me for a while. 3 pairs of wellies jumping on the ground. One went sliding and fell down. The children called the teacher and the teacher smiled. Whoops, a daisy, sit with me for a while. 2 pairs of wellies jumping on the ground. One went sliding and fell down. The children called the teacher and the teacher smiled. Whoops, a daisy, sit with me for a while. 1 pair of wellies jumping on the ground. One went sliding and fell down. The children called the teacher and the teacher smiled. Whoops, a daisy, sit with me for a while. Tear, tear, tear the leaves, throw them in your bowl. Mix them up, mix them well, leaving nothing whole. Pour, pour, pour the water, rolling up your sleeves. Mix it up, mix it well, swirling all your leaves. Add, add, add some dirt, scoop it from the ground. Mix it up, mix it well, till your soup is brown. Hunt, hunt, hunt for grass, sprinkle as you wish. Mix it up, mix it well, pour it in your dish. I'm climbing up into a tree, with hands, feet, elbows and knees. Sit myself down, look to the ground, I'm climbing up into a tree. I'm climbing up into a tree, with hands, feet, elbows and knees. Let my feet go, swing to and fro, I'm climbing up into a tree. I'm climbing up into a tree, with hands, feet, elbows and knees. Drop to my friends, then start again, I'm climbing up into a tree.
Amazing. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy when I do them and participate in them. And for anyone who's maybe not comfortable singing on their own, tiny portable Bluetooth speaker, you know, you can get one for $20 or the equivalent, right? If you look online as well, it might even be something that your school board or district might purchase for you, because they have so many different uses, and take it out and have the kids do that the first few times until they've got it. With the, you know, you've got the songs downloaded using the QR code, and then you can start to adapt and dive in. My favourite is, and we're having a little discussion here about Wellington boots. So Wellington boots is a brand of like rain boot in the UK. It's quite famous for us. Yes, Emily's going to get a portable speaker to the Wonder Wagon. Yes, and often they're splash proof, right? Even the cheapy ones. You don't need one that's going to, you know, break windows with the bass line. So little cheapy one will do the trick. Does anybody have any questions? You could type them in the chat or type them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen for Emily to answer in the last few minutes that we're together. Stay right to the end because we are going to give away 2 $25 gift cards to the Outdoor Learning Store, which would enable you to get this book. Thanks, David. Very inspirational, Emily. I don't know if you saw that. But did you grow up musical? Was this the big thing for you? And you were just like, right, I've got to write songs?
I did grow up playing, first of all, the recorder and then the flute. And I did play it in church and I enjoyed it very, very much. And then when I started teaching, I picked my flute up again. And so I could play it with the children, but there was a long gap in between from when I left school and then was young and was too busy doing lots of other things to then teaching again. And then when I got to school, I just became the person who was most happy to sing and be silly in front of a crowd. So I became the person who led all the singing all the time for the assemblies and for the church services. And I did it not because I was a wonderful singer, but because I enjoyed it and nobody else wanted to. So this was really one of the reasons I put the QR code in, because I do know what it's like in a group of teachers. There's always one person who's prepared to sing and everyone else is going, oh, don't make me do it. So I thought I'd put the QR codes in, and exactly that, you can sing along, or if you just can't get the tune in your head and you don't know how to start, it can help you out. So yes, no, in answer to your question, I'm not terribly musical, just a little bit, and I like it.
And that's it. And I love that. And I was one of those people that had the terrible art teacher that told me that I was bad at art when I was at school, and it ruined that 20 years of my life thinking that I shouldn't participate. And now I went to an adults watercolor class with a lovely teacher here. And she said to me, you are an artist because you participate in art. And so I feel like anytime we need to model with children that you don't have to have perfect pitch, that you don't have to have perfect rhythm, that you can make music on your body, you can make music on natural instruments, you can sing, even if it's not in tune, it's still beautiful and powerful, and you are welcome in that space.
Yes, and that is so, so important. I think that's the most important thing, is to validate children when they have a go, because as they get older, they get naturally more and more shy and embarrassed about having a go. So at this point, when they are at their most open, you need to encourage them and celebrate them. I used to like taking recordings of the kids when they were making their own little dances, even if someone was just clocking together some stones and their friend was hopping around like a deer running through the woodland. Something really simple, I would make a big fuss of it and celebrate it and share it with their parents, and they would just feel so wonderful, and they'd be so encouraged to come back and build on that next time. And then they're open to receive the learning, and you can think about rhythm, and you can actually insert some more musical knowledge in there because they're open to it. So
that's lovely. And I think as well, for those of us working in formal education, if you're looking for ways to assess, right, or to characterize the learning going on around you, audio recordings, video recordings, performances, things like that can be a really great way. And for me, that social emotional learning piece of being able to express yourself in front of a group or within your peer group is such a valuable, powerful lesson that I feel like sometimes is getting lost a little bit. And I'm seeing kids who are more frightened of performing or being, out there in front of groups. So I think these sorts of ways can be a really beautiful thing. Okay, 2 questions really quickly. What's your favourite song from the book to sing? Do you have one?
oh my gosh, that's a hard one. I mean, the one that my children like the most, I think Just Be, because it's just so beautiful and so peaceful. And
That's lovely.
The children in my Montessori kindergarten at the moment are really, really enjoying that one. And so I'm enjoying them enjoying it. So at the moment, that's my favorite.
I love that. Amanda asked, any plans to write songs for older children? Maybe that could because I know you're first
I
school,
definitely
but
have thought about it. I definitely have thought about it, and I'll think about it some more. Thank you.
oh,
for
I love that. Yeah. Ooh. Watch this space. You'll hear
Yeah.
it first. And Jodie was curious about song copyright. Has that ever been an issue with these sort of nursery rhymes?
Well, I did check each and every tune that I used. It's
Mhm.
all on there on
In the
World
book.
Wide Web. Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, that information.
You have been very, very
Yes, very good. See, and that's a wonderful thing. And it'd be wonderful when you can adapt them even further as you go in and just see where they evolve to. Oh, people are excited. That's so wonderful. Hey, look, everyone, we're a couple minutes over, but we are going to do a very quick prize giving. I actually have two $25 gift cards for the Outdoor Learning Store and two to the Take Me Outside store. And I'm going to just whiz through our participant list here, and we're going to do a little random selection. So, Sobia Lookman, you have won a $25 gift card to the Outdoor Learning Store. Don't worry, we will find your details through your registration, and we will contact you via email in the next couple of days here. Next winner is Anna Saunders. Anna Saunders, thank you so much. You are a second winner. First $25 gift card to the Outdoor Learning Store scroll is Sun Suk Han. Sun Suk Han, you are our third winner. And last but absolutely not least is Jess Walker. Jess Walker, you're our fourth and final winner. Thank you so much to Julie and Ava who've been hanging out in the background and supporting us. Oh, Jodie said, thank you for your sharing your songs. They are so gentle and wonderful. How lovely. Emily, thank you so much for staying up until the wee hours of the morning to share with us. And your book has been just a joyful moment for me to share with multiple students. And I'm really, really grateful that you wrote it and that you're here with us.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so very much for hosting me, and thank you to everybody who's here and who has listened to me today. It's been an honor. Thank you.
That's so lovely. So everyone, you can go and sign up for the full workshop series. It's live as of this moment. And tomorrow you'll get a link in the follow-up email with a discount code to access resources on our charitable nonprofit store, and with a link to your certificate of participation and a link to the recording so you can go back and practice. Thank you so much for being here. And we wish you a pleasant evening. Good night. Goodbye.
Okay, well, lovely to see you. Thanks, Emily.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much.
Thank you.